So we have been quite busy lately, which is why this video is a little bit late this week. We have actually been traveling locally recently, which is not the norm for us. My husband travels for work, and so we often do trips all over the country, and he even does international at times. However, we don't get sort of around our area all that often. But for our anniversary, my husband made us a reservation at a restaurant in DC that we went to years ago while we were dating, which was super exciting. And on our trip down to DC, we decided to check something off our list that has been on there forever. Literally for years, we've been talking about going to this crazy antique salvage warehouse store thing. We see it whenever we go down to Baltimore. It's like right off of 95. You can see it right from the highway. And we've been talking about it forever, but we've just never been able to quite make it work. So we decided to do that this time. I was originally planning on filming a little intro while we were driving down there. However, we had some car trouble, so that didn't happen. But I did get tons of fun footage from the actual store so that I can take you along with us and kind of show you what it's like. It was really crazy. When I say this is a warehouse, like it's not even that. It's like 3 warehouses put together. It is crazy huge. We spent at least an hour there, and honestly I felt like we kind of had to like run through in order to see everything in an hour. And we definitely didn't see everything. Like, it is so big, you could easily spend 3 or 4 hours there. They had literally everything you could possibly imagine that you might need for your home that is salvaged, it's secondhand, it's amazing. They had mantles, they had doors, they had windows, they had tile, they had salvage wood, they had furniture, they had toilets, they had literally everything. It was one of those situations where we were like, we don't need anything, but once we were there, we were kind of like, ooh, but we could do this or we could do that. And so it's definitely a place that I want to go back to again with a nice long list and lots of like measurements. I would love to replace our back door. Once I was there and saw all the pretty back doors, I realized I would love to replace our back door, which was an 80s edition, and so I'd love to replace that, but I didn't have any of the measurements on me at the time, so I think we're gonna be going back. But without further ado, let's jump right into it because it's too fun, and then I will show you what we got.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden, shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow, you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you, ooh.
honestly can't get over how massive that place was, and I feel like the video definitely does not do it justice. It is so crazy huge. It feels like it's one of those places that just keeps going and keeps going, and you think, oh, we're just about done, and there's more and there's more. It's amazing. Definitely am looking forward to going back with a nice long list of stuff to get. But since we didn't have like a big old plan of things that we knew we needed going in, we only ended up leaving with the one thing. This cute little light. So we have desperately needed a light to go by our back door for quite a while, and I have just been dragging my feet picking one. But then I saw this, and it's nice and simple. It's very traditional, and it ended up being $15. So actually you can see one of the things I really liked about this place is that they have sort of a system of pricing that like things get cheaper the longer that they sit there. So you can see it started at $18, and then after May 6th it came down to $15, which we bought it I think the 20th or something like that. And then if we had waited a few days, which that's $15 is already so cheap, it would have been $12, and then you know it goes down to $9 eventually. So I kind of really liked that way of pricing. You would see that on basically everything there, is that the longer it sat there the cheaper it was. But I thought for $15 this just needs like a good coat of paint and we can hang it up. And if we do eventually find like a slightly more unique light to go there, then we can always replace it, and it's not like a huge deal. It's only $15, and I'm sure I could resell it, you know, pretty easily. They did have some cuter styles of lights, a few things that were a little bit more unique that we had talked about getting. However, the spot next to our back door to hang up the light is very small. Like there's just not a lot of space there, so we knew we needed something that was a little bit more petite, and everything that was like a little bit more unique was quite a bit bigger. So we decided to go with this guy. I think it'll be a good fit. Our house is 1930s and it's sort of a mock Tudor exterior style, so it kind of looks like Snow White's house a little bit. And so I knew I wanted to go with something pretty classic that would fit with the mock Tudor style. Like I said, I still would love to find something that's maybe a little bit more unique that still fits with the style, but I knew that this will look great with our house, so we went with this. So I figured I would just take you along as well on giving this a little baby makeover. Nothing too crazy, but we're gonna give it a super good cleaning, and we're gonna paint it, and then we're gonna finally hang it up. You have to excuse me in advance because the exterior of our house is looking rough. I will definitely be sharing a video that dives a little bit more into the exterior of our house and what we're doing and what we still have to do, but our house had a lot of structural damage when we first bought it. So the first couple of years were literally just spent like saving the actual structure of the house. And if you've done any structural work on a house, then you probably know that that often means that the exterior gets a little bit damaged while you're trying to fix the really important parts. So we have a lot of cracks, we have a lot of falling plaster, we're going to work on re-stuccoing, all that stuff. But right now it's sort of at this really awkward in-between phase where a lot of stuff needs to be done on the exterior. So it may look a little bit funky, but we're gonna hang it up and give it a home anyway because we desperately need a light out there. So anyway, let's get to work on giving it its own little mini makeover.